And with that, we are $15 away from the Hero Surprise Dinner, and I just found out that we've got a decent amount of time into the run before we need to get that met. So we've still got time, everyone. But with that, it is time to throw it over to David, TKI, and Lemming for an amazing race of Quest for Glory 5 Dragonfire. Take it away.
Hello, y'all. So we got some Quest for Glory 5 Dragonfire coming on, the final game in the Quest for Glory series. Lemming, how do you feel about this game?
I feel the most about this game. This game is content. This game is dense compared to every other glorious quest we've undertaken. So be prepared for some big gaming, folks.
Yeah, we also have joining us on commentary, former Big Boss Ali.
Hello. I'm going to be commentating this race, and by commentating the race, I mean just talking about things randomly.
That's like commentating on the race.
When David and I were talking about, which of our Quest for Glory 5 experts we absolutely needed on this run, Ali was just, no question, the most knowledgeable person we could have picked.
Sure. So this is going to be an any percent no assassin skip race. Basically, assassin skips most of the game, and so we're just going to be playing through the game like no major glitches. And for this race, Magic User or Wizard is the fastest class. We do get 150 points to start off, and 100 of those are going to go into swimming, so we don't have to learn how to swim later. And then the remaining 50 points go wherever you wish. I prefer to put my 50 in Vitality, but Lemming, you're doing 50 in Magic?
We're doing extra spell juice, yes.
Yeah,
I may pay for that later.
Yeah, we also have a Name the Hero incentive, so what are our two winning names?
Helps if I unmute. It looks like our two names are Burger King, spelled BRGRKNG, and Kobold, spelled as expected, but I'll go ahead and spell it out, KOBOLD.
Lemming, you want to take Kobold?
I got Kobold.
All right. And with that, I think we're ready to go. So can I get someone to count us in?
Yeah, I can give you a countdown.
Sweet. All
right, get ready in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, I'm going.
So I'm going to take a second to mention, someone brought it up in chat, I'm glad they did. Yes, this game has a swimming stat.
Yeah, so just learn how to go swimmingly. I have to
Jump in, folks. We got a lot more coming in after that. We're not gonna do anything like explain the plot or half the mechanics. No. It's all puns from here on out.
Well, okay, I will explain what we are going to have to start doing immediately. So the previous king, Justinian, has been assassinated. So the kingdom's going to hold a contest, the rights of rulership, in order to determine who the next king is going to be. So we need to get that started immediately in order to progress the plot. But in order to start it, we need 1,000 drachmas, and we start with about 700. So basically, there's like four or five different ways we could go ahead and raise that money for the rights of rulership. And for the Magic User, one of the simplest and quickest methods is to just sell some spells to the Magic Shop.
Yeah, it's the fastest solution, but also the most dangerous, because we're really tight on money throughout the run, so there's not a lot of opportunity for safety items or anything. Compare that to the Thief, which just gets to do crimes to get where they need to be, and then the Fighter, which I believe gets to cheat and do some item duping.
The Fighter does item duping? Because when I routed Fighter, they just went to the tavern and gambled.
Yeah, they gambled. I think we found out that it's slightly faster to cheat. Just always delightful.
It usually is.
I hate the sword. You know what? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like the cut of his jib. Look at these guys. Big chonky helmets. I promised there was a reason for that. That'll become apparent later.
They're cops. Okay,
So-
but there is a sweet reason.
Did you say that the mage starts off by selling spells?
Yeah, and we teach him to the preeminent magic user of town, which is kind of funny. Chakra the Liontar, which you probably already know is his glorious animation of half lion, half also a lion, and some ripped pecs for good measure. They're kind of a strange race.
Yeah, so we're stopping by the end really quick because these magnets we bought from the magic shop, one of them goes in the chest here, and the other one we keep in our inventory at pretty much all times. The magnet is basically going to be a home teleport. We use it on ourselves and we teleport instantly back to this end. We'll be using that a lot. But yeah,
popular little headquarters here.
Yeah, we got the first right, the right of freedom. The fishing villages have been invaded by mercenaries. So each of the contestants has been assigned a village. I forgot to put open on my bar.
Oh yeah, same here.
Yeah, well, that's not going to be a problem. So we were assigned the village of Naxos, but we can actually free any one of them and it'll be just fine. So we're going to stop at Eos instead because Eos happens to be on the way to the Pegasus Nest, which we're going to have to visit at some point. And since we're out and about wandering the island already, it makes the most sense to do it now.
I love how everyone in this game has like their alt fantasy history equivalent, except for the invaders who are just literally Romans.
I
With
really
cool skull
dig their
hats.
helmets, though.
Yeah. I really love the pre-rendered backgrounds in this game, and then you have the little character portraits, and it's a bit of an interesting juxtaposition in quality here.
Yeah.
Like how Hero in the bottom left has an entire dedication to the stat bar for Hero Face Zone. This doesn't do anything, by the way. It's just there.
I think you can click it and open up a menu of some sort.
Who wants to click when you have hotkeys?
Oh, that's true. Yeah, hotkeys are great. Like C for character, S for spells, I for inventory, something like that.
W for Wumbo.
Oh
never
god,
tried
I never
Wumbo.
used that one. See, levitate is on the right side of the menu, I believe. Yeah, right there. So yeah, at the Pegasus Nest, there's a Pegasus floating around. You should be able to see him on one of our screens.
Yeah, he's doing a round.
He's always doing that. We need some Pegasus feathers for one of the later rites. And luckily, the magic user has one of the fastest ways to get up to the nest, which is just a simple levitate spell. Feels like you're levitating on top of the world. It's almost like flying.
That was an
Fly.
amazing animation.
Hey, I T-posed to get my feathers, alright? I did not allow the feathers to get onto my bar. Oh well.
This game truly got the entire Sierra budget.
I mean, they did rebuild the 3D engine from scratch like twice.
You know, you look at its contemporaries, and suddenly this game just doesn't seem so ugly anymore.
Blank out levitate. Yeah, I'm actually thinking very carefully about my menuing right now because a lot of the optimization in this game has started coming around to optimizing how often you go into your inventory to put things on your menu bar. Oh right, the guards, they're gonna be pretty mad.
Yeah, unfortunately, these guards serve as our quest turn-in NPCs, so... Get up the stairs, dude. Okay, here we go.
Oh,
So when they're stabbing you, they'll politely advance you to the next plot. These guards are nothing if not professional as they try to murder you over one fireball prank.
It was
It's
just a prank.
Just a prank, bro.
Yeah, I made a mistake. I was supposed to rest for 1 hour before I turned in my item, but now it's night. So I'm going to have to rest until morning here.
Oh, it's time for time shenanigans.
Yeah.
Time shenanigans were going to be happening either way, but now they're extra shenanigan-y.
Okay, I need it to be morning so that I can get myself this grill and this pepperoni pizza,
Hey, take my money, dude. Okay.
and then take the. Oh shoot! I'm not menuing correctly right now. Oh, okay. Just buy the poison cure pills, and then we can only afford about 18 healing pills because we need to keep 50 drachmas on our bar so that we can rent a boat. Yeah, money routing is kind of tight here.
I'm just stuck on the thought of what should we put in our weird medieval fantasy game? Pizza.
Well, yes.
It makes me hungry every time, though. I got to admit.
I have heard that.
Oh, this is my favorite part I've seen so far is the boat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Oh,
check
yeah,
out this boat tech.
Yeah, I'm not going to get stuck on
I will
anything.
let you off.
This game has a map you can purchase for reasons. I'm not sure why, because like the old world map is already pretty static and colorful and traversable.
Okay, this is actually a really nice like background.
Yeah, and then it's kind of overdone by this like car alarm system they have. Oh my gosh, guys, they know. They all know I'm here. It's okay.
Okay, let's get that off the bar. Frostbite and trigger.
All right, so we have to kill the general of this fort, and the way to draw him out is it kills 3 of his flunky Romans, and then a centaur wizard, which is kind of a mini boss. Unless you use a spell, and he's gone.
Oh, you're already taking out the wizard?
I mean, I think I took him out. I can't find him anymore. I think he's dead.
So what happened there is the wizard had a magical staff, and when basically magical staffs are susceptible to the trigger spell, and when you cast trigger on the staff, you blow it up.
It makes you wonder why any self-respecting wizard brings a wizard staff to a wizard duel, because that's kind of an auto-win situation.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if you need a conduit to channel your magic, you're probably not as strong as you should be.
Exactly. It's just.
I mean, all we're doing is casting Frostbite, which is really, really overpowered because it does damage over time, but one casting is enough to take out most of the health bar, and then we can stack that casting. Ow, guys, what are you doing? I didn't deal with that shield. Ow, that really hurts.
Oh yeah, it's a good thing that the game will refill your health twice when they are coming at you, because sometimes they get real aggro about it.
Do we have time for a quick announcement?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
We have a $15 donation from Trader Anade. 3 $5 tickets for the train, please. Choo choo. And with that, we have met the Heroes Dinner incentive.
Oh dear.
Yes.
Well, thank you.
Oh, I'm so happy about that.
For no other reason than I just love Gnome Anne, who gets to have some dialogue in the run now.
Yeah, Anne a grandma, or no man, and she owns a land inn.
No Man's Inn.
Mm-hmm. Alright, let's see. I need this on the bar to get that off. Okay, forget everything else. I'll think about my menuing later. It's hard to find all this stuff in the menu and then think about what needs to actually go on the bar. But you know what? This
game's just a near constant brain fart for me. It's like, wait, what do Hydras hate? Do they hate spears or axes or both? We'll figure it out.
Yeah, interesting thing coming up. The Rite of Valor, we're going to be going to Hydra Island in order to defeat the Hydra. And the Hydra is not susceptible to Frostbite. So the only thing it is susceptible to is a magical weapon to sever its heads, and then you need to flame dart the stumps.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's for most classes, it's really not that big of an issue from a speedrun perspective. Wizards, unfortunately, have one of the NPCs also in the contest for King who insists on helping you out, but not with her the actual stumping of the heads of the flame dart or torches. She actually wants to fight the thing herself with swords and sandal gusto, but she's really bad at it. So we have to try and help her out while also being on flame dart duty, and it'll either go great or we're gonna know who's gonna win this race depending on who messes up the Hydra. So we'll see.
Yeah, the thing with the Hydra is that it is actually kind of dangerous because the Hydra can breathe on you, and that does damage over time, kind of like frostbite does. So if you're not careful, the Hydra can pretty much one-shot you.
Yeah, so right now we're trying to get into Science Island, and we have to pass the science test, which is mostly answering nerdy DS9 jokes and fluffing the ego of the scientist within.
The scientists do really like pizza, which I should note that we're doing a little bit of interesting routing here because we need to create these Icarus wings in order to get to Hydra Island, but the scientist who is there will not let you do so unless you give him a pizza first. But you can only fly during the daytime, so normally it's the daytime scientist that's there. But we came into the room at night so that the nighttime scientist would be there, gave him his pizza, which is pepperoni and jalapeno, and then we rest until day and use the Icarus wings while the night scientist is there. The other scientist prefers artichoke and anchovies take longer to get than jalapenos do.
Yeah, anchovies require developing a friendly social relationship with Andre the boat guy. He won't actually give you any until you've talked to him 3 times.
Yeah, it's a little bit much.
That's just how friendship works, you know.
Mind over here.
Talk to him 3 times. Until then, they're just strangers. We actually did that at the beginning too. We had to talk to Chakra, the wizard lion boy, at first because he didn't want to learn spells from us until he had a pretty good grip on who we were as people.
That entire explanation could either be legit or just did Grandpa take his medicine, and I wouldn't know either way.
Stop!
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
We're in Dark Souls mode now with this godforsaken thing.
Right. Can't cast anything with an axe in my hand. Okay, we're good.
There are rules, okay? There are rules to magic. Oh my god, Elsie, you actually did it. You're gonna throw off my groove.
Quickly, set fire to it before the head goes back.
So usually I help wear down the middle head of the axe, but now I'm scared that if I do that, Elsa will actually do her job correctly and kill it too quickly.
Yeah, so you would think that I'm hurting a bit.
Okay, now
Scary.
we're gonna help.
Scary. Okay.
Elsa,
okay.
Elsa, let me do it. Elsa, let me do it. Elsa. Look, let me show you. It's all in the story. All right, fine. You do the rest.
We're actually doing an animation cancel with our swings so that we can get swings out faster. Let's get flame dart off the part here. Good. Perfect. That's good.
Elsa's gonna decide who's in the lead here. Okay.
I don't remember what goes on the bar here. Except
you're gonna want trigger for the chest and the cave.
Yeah, I've got trigger. Oh, I'm good.
You've got the teeth.
Boom! But we do have to present the Hydra teeth as proof that we have actually defeated the Hydra. But both of us killed the Hydra, but only one of us gets the teeth. So we give the teeth to Elsa so that she can win the right. That way, instead of us having to run all the way back to the Hall of Kings, we can just instead take a little nap, and a guard will wake us up and then say Elsa has won.
Now we're getting a special hot air balloon sheet that No Man made for us free of charge. She's so great.
Yeah, No Man is the best. She's a gnome.
It's worth noting there is a romance system in this game where you have 4 ladies from past games who you can pursue romantically, but some of them are class locked. It's a terrible system because No Man, despite clearly hitting on you throughout the game, is not one of the viable options. So I do have to have one criticism of the game is there's no Man romantic dialogue.
Yeah, she's the best. She's got a great sense of humor.
She does.
We need modders to get on this.
Absolutely.
You know, I was thinking to myself
Oh my
on
gosh,
this Pines
get out of
Island, wait, did I forget something? But I have the sheet, I have the rope, I have the glue, I have the grill and the tinderbox.
That sounds
Tinder
good.
cylinder. No, it's actually a tinder box or a tinder chest. Yeah, I guess I'm all good. So, flying was the solution to get to Hydra Island, and for this rite, we need to get to the island of Delos, which again, we can't take the fishing boat because it's not safe. So, what's the solution to get to Delos? Turns out it's flying. Again. Only this time, we're going to construct a hot air balloon, which is basically going to be like our airship for the rest of the game. What was it? Enterprise.
Yeah, this whole sequence is like the game remembering that it has like point and click adventure game origin. So like, oh wait, we better put a really obnoxious puzzle in the game at some point. So a lot of what we've been doing between Glorious Battle and Hydra Slaying and all that is just picking up random stuff that all comes together for our hot air balloon. Also, this gondola, man, like I don't know what the scientists were thinking with this thing. How did they get it to work? I mean, we have to use magic, and they don't even like it.
I wanted to bring that up because we didn't talk about it last time we came to like the scientist island. Can we talk about how they have like a ski lift gondola system in this place?
Yeah.
And now we use a treadmill as an elevator.
What's logistically confusing about is that the scientists don't like to leave all that much, so fine, I get it. But they actually have a stake in the race for kingship, which is Gort here, this Frankenstein fella here on the right. So I don't know, I can't just imagine him always taking the gondola, but maybe that's why we're always the first one to beat the challenges, because everyone else is in some kind of inconvenient commuting situation.
Whereas we have magnets.
Magnets.
How do they work?
Magic. Yeah, you might hear magnets have some kind of fancy global scientific quality to them, but no, it's magic. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
I mean, honestly, I believe it. The world is full of magical mysteries.
Got the tinderbox. There we go.
Yeah, no, we can make this fancy gondola that like supports this giant wooden boat, but our elevator is a treadmill.
And then we can make a hot air balloon.
That too.
Yeah, it's really nice.
I love it when any game decides to opt yourself out of like the random encounter system they work so hard on.
Yeah, by the way, there's actually random encounters. Did either of us run into any?
No, there's still time. We might catch them on the way to Hades, but yeah, the enemies in here are not the most inspired. They're all just variations of man plus animal, like boar man,
Bear man, cougar man, boar man.
They were all just normal men. Oh, I forgot to get fetch. I'm gonna put fetch on here, even though it's no longer time savvy, just because I want to do it.
Oh yeah, the proof of destiny appeared on the ground, and it's possible to fetch it. But the fetch spell isn't used for much, and it saves a little bit of time, but then you spend some time memorying to get it, so is it worth it?
Yeah, it makes a funny sound, so I mean, yes.
Well, it's worth it then. Silly clowns are on.
So, because I've never seen most of this game. It's gonna be shocking, I know. That statue guy really reminds me of one of the Serpent Riders from, what is it? It's either Hexen or Heretic, and I can never remember which.
One of them. I need to replay Heretic.
I want to say Heretic. It's a pretty bad prophecy too. It just says you're gonna die, idiot. Which we don't. Spoilers, you know. We do a good job.
Spoilers.
Well, the prophecy was death, 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 death.
Yes.
By the way, there's death.
So one hero is named Burger King, and one hero is named Kobold.
I'm Kobold on the. I think I'm on the right.
You are.
Yeah, interesting thing. We did teleport away from Delos Island and we left our balloon on Delos. So you might think, oh, we no longer have access to the balloon. But actually, the fishing boat is able to access more and more places as the game goes on. So, no, we're not actually soft locked. We're fine.
So we didn't actually need the balloon.
Well, we needed it once, but then not anymore.
Just every time you do a challenge, you get kind of a fast travel system unlock after the fact. Only instead of fast, it's a very slow boat.
By the way, speedrunner's creep time, because I'm pouring water mixed with blood in here. It seems an odd thing to do, and you're not really sure why you are doing it, but you obviously have nothing better to do.
Salute the speedrunner's creed.
The hero is supposed to read some epitaph and actually chant it, but you don't need to do it. But that is going to open the doorway to Hades. And normally when you try to go into Hades, Cerberus is going to come out and the hero is going to back away from Cerberus, and then you have to deal with Cerberus somehow. But there's a neat little trick that we're going to do here, where we're going to back into the doorway, so that when the hero backs away from Cerberus, actually he backs all the way into Hades, so we don't have to deal with Cerberus.
Yeah, the game's gonna punish us for hollering at Cerberus. We're gonna face God and walk backwards into Hades.
Then we get to what is probably one of both the most boring sections as well as one of the most dangerous.
I'm kind of on that skeleton murdering you, so I can catch up here.
So for those of you that noticed them allocating their stats at the beginning of the run, David actually opted to take more health. I think it was said specifically for this section.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do this jump from a cliff that hurts us a lot, and we'll live, but sometimes there's a skeleton right here that gets a little aggro about it. I might die here.
Don't. Have you tried not?
I died.
GG.
I said don't. That may decide the race.
It's definitely going to decide the race unless you also die in Hades, which there's still time.
Yeah, I am in the longest room of the series. Because we've got this really, really long room, and I have to, on the bottom, dip my amphora into the river Styx water to get some water of the river Styx. Okay, good. Now I have to run all the way around the bottom, all the way to the left, so that I can then go on the top path, and I'm going to run all the way to the end of it. And, well, this room is like 5 minutes by itself, and we do get checkpoints when we die, but they're usually at the beginning of the room, and I have died at the end of this room.
That was very tense, Lemming.
Well, hey, if there's a price for Rotten Judgment, I guess I've already won that.
I see what you did there. I get it. I get that.
No run is worth the aggravation. It's ancient history, then there. Oops. Right.
Yeah. Oh, so part of the reason we're going around and running all the way to the end here is we're going to talk to the Guardian of the Underworld, where two of the ladies from the previous games, Arana, the all-loving half-fairy wizard, and Katrina, the Dark Master.
Yeah, which one do you say?
Well, I mean, they're both really awesome choices. So I think I
really want to be fair to show favoritism when you think about it.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, I'm gonna go with neither. I'm sorry, it's faster. Because you revive one of them, you will have to get this water-breathing amulet and also go through a little cutscene of skeletons cutting you down. See, cutscene.
Are you denying his waifu?
I'm afraid so. No waifu is faster.
Yeah, we're rejecting both Manic Fairy Dream Girl and Vampire Goth GF. I'm sorry, everybody.
Oh, that's disappointing. But gotta go fast.
And on Pride Month, no less.
Yeah, so the sixth rite, the Rite of Peace, involves swimming a long way underwater, and the game doesn't expect you to be able to do that without this water breathing amulet. If you revive one of those women, then you then have to visit him at the beginning of Rite of Peace in order to get your amulet. But if you decide on neither of them, then you get an amulet on the spot. So you save time by no, 5, no. No, I'm fine. I have 7 pills left. We're fine. Everything's fine.
Everything is okay.
I don't actually even need the water breathing amulet. You can do that whole underwater section with like Sonic the Hedgehog style alarm bells ringing the whole time, but still, you know, we skip a cutscene if we don't save them, so there we go.
Yeah, and like the hero does stop for just a bit when you put on the amulet, so it would be faster to not put it on. But I'm taking the run safety. Oh, dog!
Dog. There's an animation I really like in this game where if you're running and you're doing like the ice magic, it just looks like you're spitting on people.
Frostbite is a really, really, really good spell.
Look, spell animation effects are hard, okay? So we're all just gonna do little pixels that pop around everywhere.
I mean, honestly, I can confirm spitting on people is very effective.
No follow-up questions.
All right, I'm done commentating now. I'm just going to evolve into laughter.
Fortunately, the game requires no more explanation after this part.
No more explanation. I'm going to top off my health just to make sure these guards don't kill me. And then we're going to win this right by way of circular reasoning. We give them Styx water, which looks like regular water, but we swear that it's Styx water, and an oath by the Styx water cannot be a lie, so we win.
Dog, get out of here. Sorry.
I swear,
Cerberus
this
doing a
is
really good job
100% certified gamer girl bathwater. Don't ask me where it came from. I just trust me, bro.
The guard's skeptical, but he does take it, so you know.
It looks like water to me. I'll take your word on this matter.
Source, trust me, bro.
Gamer girl, bathwater, river, Styx water. I mean, who can tell the difference?
Alright, what am I gonna do? I need calm and open on the bar. Okay, good. I'm good.
I'm apparently so exhausted that everything I do hurts, which is very relatable.
I felt that yesterday. I woke up at 4:45 in the morning.
The little blood spurts that come out of him when he's like that too. Like, you run out of stamina, so of course you just start bleeding profusely from everywhere.
Hey,
It hurts.
in my defense, I haven't said any bad words. Oh, okay. Since David's on it, I wanted to talk about the world map. I just really wanted to say, because I feel like a lot of people know old school adventure games for, you know, they used to take a really long time to beat because, you know, you didn't have like access to information like you do now, and you would spend weeks on puzzles in those games. Well, by the time this game came out, since it was so easy to get information on the internet, they just made you walk really slow to drag the game out.
It's important to always find new exciting ways to punish your audience.
Are players playing your game too fast? Stop them.
I guess in all fairness, if we really wanted to, we could go full 80% on this at any time and reduce the run to 5 minutes, but we're going to give the game a sporting chance.
Did I not go high enough?
That's a joke, by the way, on adventure games being slow. I don't actually know why this game's world map is so slow.
Just take in the scenery, I guess.
It's really good art, though.
It really is.
There are so many worse ways for your franchise to go during this period of gaming history. Like, this game's pretty okay and doesn't really do any kind of insane lore decisions.
King's Quest 8.
Quest 8. Get in there. Do the clip. Do the clip for charity.
Deep Frostbite on
Titans, please. I'm doing the clip. Thank you.
Woo!
Yay!
Yeah, that underwater section is pretty difficult to do, and I've learned from my mistakes, and I did not put frostbite on my bar because, oops.
I've got frostbite in my calm slot, and I almost just murked those guys. I'm glad I didn't. We are on a mission for peace, and apparently, if you murder them, it really kind of puts a damper on the negotiation.
All right, so we do come up on the 7th right, the right of justice. And there's going to be some things happening here. So first of all, this is the time when the assassin will actually come out and try to ambush you. And he's been hiding off screen this entire time. So taking down the assassin basically triggers the events of Endgame. But where he appears is pretty close to where the dead paladin is. So we're going to start detouring a little bit so that we can get that hero surprise dinner. Because you see, no man took out a loan from the guy who owns this other inn in order to finance her inn, but now the mortgage is due. But he's willing to just outright give you the deed to the inn if you give him something of value, like the peace statue. So that's probably not going to lead to any consequences later. But he's right there, and then the assassin is going to appear at night here, and he's going to give me the fight of his life. Well, actually, I'm just kind of kidding. I just stacked up a whole lot of frostbite.
So normally, if you want to be extra fast in this game, what you do is immediately beeline towards a certain section of wall in the game and just spam frostbite on it, because that's where he's hiding out, and that will trigger endgame that David's currently in, and it would have skipped all that other stuff that you just witnessed us do.
Yeah, so about the hero surprise dinner, because that's coming up. Throughout the entire game, you've been able to sit down at this table and get served gnome-cooked meals. Every time No Man brings it out, she brings descriptions of how the gnomes cooked it, usually with stuff like them slipping on things, throwing food at each other, accidentally melting ice cream. But this time, since you've saved the inn, they are going to go out of their way to give you the best dinner that they possibly can. So here's our hero surprise dinner. Let's listen to the entire description.
That does sound good. Oh, never mind.
And that is the best meal that you've ever had at No Man's Inn.
Let's go! Pizza!
David is now on world record pace for pizza percent.
But that was the second game.
Oh, yeah. And just in case audio was on mine the whole time, here you have it again.
We call this Hero Surprise. Messy Tessie was fixing roast beef stuffed with crab for you. Tony Maloney was fixing broiled quail with brandy sauce. My gal Sal was making a chocolate temptation cake. And Rover was making bouillabaisse. Unfortunately, Tony sniffed a little too much brandy and set the quail on fire. Tessie dumped the bouillabaisse to put out the fire and poured it all over Sal's cake instead. During the confusion, the crab ate the beast and wandered off. So I went out and bought
Yes,
your
chef.
pizza.
Thank you, chef.
Got your pizza?
Yeah, just every time she says crab, the crab ate the beast and wandered off, I'm like, man, that would be a great optional endgame boss.
Oh, that would be. Oh, darn. The goons are trying to pound my head again.
Goons.
This reminds me,
Hired goons.
we're talking about mods for this game. Can somebody mod it so the character portrait in the bottom left just slightly animates like Doom?
That would be pretty good, wouldn't it?
I did take a quick peek if any of the character models were readily accessible, and sadly, again, second sin of this game: no romanceable no man and no lazy modders tools. So one day somebody should get this stuff will work on it. What in the pathing is going on?
You know what?
You know the ranking now.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm
This is a
calling
very
it.
good rank. Calling what?
I'm calling it. I'm putting out a bounty. If anyone can figure out modding for King's Quest V, I will send you a pizza.
Okay, so here's how Lemming can still win, and I've only seen it happen once to David, but one time the final boss decided to just leave. So maybe I'll get lucky again, and the dragon will opt out of the final battle, and I can catch up.
Yeah, so we are coming up on the final battle for this run, and that's going to be the Dragon of Doom. But to get out of this room first, you have to loot the Minotaur, loot Minos' corpse, and also loot the up left alcove. I've done that already, which then teleports us to the final fight. Before you can damage the dragon, you have to fix this dragon pillar, otherwise the dragon cannot be defeated. And then afterward, this is going to be a two-phase fight. Some of our earlier runs would have Gorge sacrifice himself to the dragon in order to get to phase 2 immediately. There's a faster but riskier way to do it, which involves
when it breaks, the dark dragon will
just
rise to destroy
pushing
all
the
of
dragon
Silmar.
to half health
If
so
I
that
cannot rule what is
so that it then
rightfully
takes off with
mine, then
phase 2. You don't go through Gort's long sacrifice animation for that, but then you do phase 2 with the dragon at half health, and it's kind of difficult to line his shot up just right in order to actually finish the dragon while it's up there.
I mean, it's fine if you don't have a skill issue. Oops. Other button.
Oh, I only did. The dragon's at like 15% health now. Darn, and it got away.
All right, don't crash.
Wait, what? Did you crash?
No, but I just know that particular. If the dragon doesn't die, like my game loves to crash in the immediate follow-up, so I'm just praying for you.
The dragon is really difficult to hit if he gets out of position, and I actually don't know the perfect lineup. I just seem to get back here, you! Come on!
I'm back. Here comes the comeback.
There. Don't die. I'm good. Okay, time is going to be time is going to end when I say yes to becoming the Burger King of Silmar, yeah?
Oh, this is dreadful. All right, now I have to show off how to do this properly. Totally gonna nail it.
And time. We have a new Burger King of Silmar.
Oh my gosh, look at the disrespect on this. 0 health remaining. You know what? Eat Force Bolt, you jerk.
Is that on your bar?
It is now.
GG.
Dragon, I was trying to do a thing here. You're like, no, I'm just gonna keep flying with 0 hit points. The jerk.
Yeah, the thing with the Gort sacrifice is that it's possible to push the dragon past half its health in phase 1, and then phase 2 becomes easy. If you lose the dragon in phase 2, it's difficult.
Yeah, a bit of a dramatic ending if you ever do a Quest for Glory collection run where you're running all 5 games and you're on PB pace, and then you just need to make sure that dragon behaves, and if it doesn't, it can really it can be fun. I like this little thing at the end of the game where it can show you what you already did and what you did not do, and David, we forgot to do some stuff.
Just a few things.
We forgot to get married 4 times.
Whew. That's a big thing to forget.
Awkward.
Wait, you forgot to get married. Well,
We have to go
anyways.
back.
I like how some of these context just make no sense. Like, give drugged chocolate. Like, why? Oh my God, don't do that.
Is that right before the wedding?
I did not say that. That's not me.
I'm laughing at a totally unrelated Pichu joke. This is just a coincidence.
Okay, well, anyways, that's Quest for Glory 5. I'm going to go ahead and give shout-outs to Reynolds and Lemming for basically routing Quest for Glory 5 as much as they did. I threw a run up on the board and then just kind of took it, and they came up with a lot of the tech, so thank you all so much for doing so.
Oh yeah, I think this is the mostest I've contributed to a QFG run, so I'm happy to have found that strat where you just shoot a fireball at a guard's face. My crowning achievement. Otherwise, for anyone who wants to see all the wackiness of adventure game speedruns, because they're in a pretty cool place right now across the board, I highly recommend the Speedy Adventures Discord for everything from LucasArts Monkey Island, King's Quest, some FMV games, like the whole troop, and like half those games have some really cool stuff going on with them right now.
I was gonna say, shout out to both of you. Please check out their streams. And there's one game you didn't mention that's hyper than all of those. Check out both of these streamers for Owl's Quest.
Owl's Quest,
Oh, no.
the official ending to the King's Quest franchise. If you know, you know.
And thank you to both of you for letting me be a terrible commentary for this race.
I thought it was
Wouldn't have
good.
it any other way.
No notes. Some notes.
Just a few notes.
Well, thank you to all three of you for putting on a fantastic show. We're going to go ahead and get swapped over and get ready for the next run, so don't go anywhere.